Alright, you seen when I bought this, the G5800, and I've been using it quite a bit lately, and it is just handy. Small, powerful, handy little thing. But when I bought that saw, I was on the Hutzel site, and that little saw was $98 US, and this here was $108 US, the John Cutter G5800. And I wasn't going to buy it. I was going to wait some time, in the future buy a better quality, bigger saw, but they got me with the price. I was paying, had to pay a bit of shipping and duty from China anyways, so I figured, well, I might as well make the box bigger and get a second saw. So here's a G5800. Let's get her going. So this influx of these Chinese chainsaws, I guess a lot of Chinese stuff, it's kind of like that Walmart effect or that Amazon effect, where they sell so much bulk of something and it's so cheap that everyone buys it. And people knowing it's cheap and knowing it's junk, but they're buying it because it's cheap. And it kind of, I don't know, a lot of people are mad about it because in a way I guess it starves out the actual guys that are making these. Because this is, from what I gather, I think it's supposed to be a copy of a Zenoa saw, which is an off-brand Husqvarna, and I think they're Japanese maybe. Don't quote me, this is what I think. So, instead of someone going out and buying a 455 Rancher let's say, they're going to go, oh, I can buy this for an eighth of the price, right? Because the 455 Rancher is probably $650 these days. And this was 108 American. By the time I got it here, all the fees paid, it was about $180 Canadian. So, looking at it, it's pretty interesting. Like those, the brand name saws, you get like the homeowner ranch versions of them, and then you get the like the professional versions. And this one here, actually, it's I don't know, they're magnesium, I guess, or aluminum, whatever. But this actually has the magnesium crankcase, right? All here. It's a one-piece crankcase design. So this is modeled after a like a saw that's built as a professional saw. Not saying it is a professional saw. It's built to copy a professional saw using inferior Chinese parts. So this saw runs very well and it's got good power. But when you think about it, they're copying the brand name saw. So if they use the same engine geometry, right, same bore and stroke, and the same port timing, the saw should run as good. But now what I question is how it's built, as in like the bearings and seals, like what's the quality of the materials, what's the quality control process, how are these things built, how are these things put together. And the other thing is the cylinder. I'm sure you get a good pro saw, it's probably got a nickel cylinder or some kind of coated cylinder, where these probably just have a steel sleeve or a cast sleeve, I'm guessing. Because they say use 25-to-1 gas, and they say, and a lot of people run 40-to-1, but you gotta run 25-to-1 for the first bunch of tanks. Or a professional saw, you just buy it and run it. And I think that might have a lot to do with the cylinder coating. So, it's one of those things. I seen the Chinese saw thing, and at the start, I just didn't really take them seriously, and then started watching lots of videos, and everyone seems to be happy with them. They seem to be running very well. And I wasn't going to buy one, and then the Houseformer site came out with this John cutter that looks very nice, and it came on for $108, and well, I fell into the trap, and now I have one. So, with that being said, I guess I'm just going to run her, and we'll see how it goes. And if she blows up, I'll see if I can find parts for it. And I guess for all I'm going to do with it for now, I'm sure it's going to be just great. I guess I can't talk too much smack about the way the world's going these days, because I fall into the same trap. I buy off Amazon, I shop at Walmart. It's just, oh, maybe it's going to be the demise of North America, just helping China take over maybe. But oh well, I guess it all starts with one chainsaw. So it comes with a 20-inch bar. The tightener, see, you have the spot for a tightener here on the side, but this one here is in the front. It tightens here, which is not too big of a deal. It's kind of an old school way of doing things. And then it's a simple choke in here. But what I really want to show you, well, there's a couple things. This rewind's weird. It's not a normal rewind where you just grab it and pull it. It's got like a clock spring thing in it. So when you pull up on it, it winds up a spring and then it releases. The first time I just grabbed the saw in my hand and went to give it a yank, and it friggin' saw flipped out of my hands. I'm like, what the heck? See, it's got that little E there. So you just kind of gotta set it on the ground. I kind of stick it between my knees and just give it a slow, easy pull, and it kind of winds up and pulls. It's not that bad when you're used to it, but when you don't know about it, it's weird. Like, I don't think it makes it starting any easier. It's just different. So here, look. John cutter G5800. Now look at this. G5800, and it's marketed as a 58cc saw. I'll roll a clip of the website, and it says in about 4 different places that it's a 58cc saw. And then now I bought it, and look. 54.6 cc's. Right there. So what are you going to believe? The website where it says it 4 times, or the actual friggin' tag on the side of the chainsaw? So I guess I have reason to believe this is a 54.6 cc saw, not the advertised 58cc, which is whatever. It's just a cheap saw. The caps look like Husqvarna caps, except for they're just made out of cheaper plastic. And see, this is magnesium, all the case in front, and then just a plastic handle, and this well, aluminum, magnesium, whatever it is around here. And there's that. So, I went from going years of my life with not owning any chainsaws and always borrowing saws from people throughout the years to now owning a whole bunch. So I'm just going to show you one last thing. I got this saw for 40 bucks. It's a Jonred 535 and it's wicked. It runs like one pull. You walk by at any point in time, give it a pull, it's going to start. But one of the rewind dogs on the pull cords broke, so it's making the rewind act weird. And it's missing the two bar plates that go in here. And just a couple screws, a couple little things. It's a 51cc saw. They made this from the late 80s to the very early 90s, as far as I know. And it's awesome. I grew up. My father always ran old Jonred saws like this, and this one's really cool. So, if any of you out there got some Jonred 535 parts, because they're getting hard to find these days, let me know. Maybe we can make a trade. And there will be a video coming up on this saw in the future as I get time and money. Not really money, but just time to source out parts and get this thing together. And it's going to be sweet. So, but this, it's going to be later. It's on super back burner, but this thing is in such good shape. Like, look, the sticker looks mint. This hand thing isn't even wore down. Like, I think it's had a pretty easy life. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.